These videotapes would first appear ordinary to the unsuspecting eye. However, as you continue to watch, it becomes abundantly clear that something is wrong.
So we're gonna fucking kill her and her friends, and we're gonna keep moving on. I heard some news about Kirsten. She's gonna be home alone from 6 to 7. So we might kill her, then drive over to Cassie's thing, and scare the shit out of them, then kill them one by fucking one.
Only small snippets of the videotapes filmed by teen killers Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk have been available to the public until now. The majority of the following footage has never been seen before. These are the lost tapes of the Scream Killers. Police Deputy Karen Hatch arrived at a residence on Whispering Cliffs Drive in Pocatello, Idaho. The home belonged to Allison and Frank Contreras, who had recently returned from a weekend trip. Their 13-year-old daughter, Kelsey Contreras, discovered her cousin, Cassie Jo Stoddard, lying deceased on the family's living room floor.
Hello, Cassie.
Allison immediately called 911.
Okay, what's going on?
Somebody looks dead on my side. Oh my God, it's my cousin's daughter. I need an ambulance.
Let me get you order medical. Stay on the line.
Oh God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Get everybody out. There's a girl dead on my floor.
Honey, is she breathing?
No, she isn't. She's cold. Oh my God.
She's cold as cut?
She's cold.
Okay, do you want to start CPR?
Her fingers are blue.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 16, 17. And her mom just drove up here. She's dead.
Okay, hon, we're going to get them coming, okay?
Oh my God, okay.
Cassie's body was in a state of lividity. She was face up, wearing star-studded yellow pajama pants and a white spaghetti-strap tank top. Her face fell to the right and her arms were raised over her head, elbows slightly bent. Most notably, she was covered in multiple stab wounds. The two most observable were at the center of her chest and on her left leg. Cassie was a well-rounded, trustworthy, and responsible 16-year-old girl. She was shy and loved music and art, and funny, with a great sense of humor. She performed well in school and aspired to be an attorney. Responsible as Cassie was, her aunt and uncle entrusted her with the task of watching over their home for the weekend. She agreed to help. Cassie's mother, Anna Stoddard, dropped her off to house sit, watching as she left their white Jeep Cherokee, walked up to the front door, and entered the home before driving away. This would be the last time she saw her daughter alive. Brian Lee Draper was a 16-year-old junior at Pocatello High School. He loved horror movies and played the drums.
I've always wanted to make a mark on the world and stuff, and this is a good way to do it.
Tori Michael Adamczyk, also a 16-year-old junior at Pocatello High School, lined his locker with horror movie posters and aspired to be a filmmaker.
For all you FBI agents watching this, you weren't quick enough.
The two developed a close friendship, one that would ultimately foster their dark, violent tendencies.
What we're supposed to happen tonight, so hopefully nothing will go wrong.
Most others were unaware of the boy's nature. Some would comment on how friendly and happy Draper seemed, not knowing the aspects of Draper's personality that worshiped the perpetrators of the Columbine Massacre, and was planning on executing a similar attack on Pocatello High School. Adamczyk, equally disturbed, shared in these dark interests, though not nearly as interested in Columbine. While Draper outwardly appeared more innocent, it was reported that others knew something about Adamczyk was off. Looking for pleasure and fame, the two decided they would chronicle their journey to murdering someone exactly as the killers had in the horror movie Scream. Ultimately, they developed a plan to murder their friend, Cassie Jo Stoddard. Immediately preceding the murder, Draper and Adamczyk parked down the street from the Contreras' home and stepped out of Adamczyk's car. They retrieved a soccer bag containing 2 sets of gloves, 2 long-sleeved black shirts, 4 knives, 2 masks, and a pair of work boots from the trunk. Draper handed Adamczyk a knife and took one himself before the two proceeded to walk toward the home with a singular goal in mind. They would terrorize and slaughter their 2 unsuspecting friends, Cassie and Matt. Earlier that night, the two had visited and watched a movie with the couple. Draper made an excuse to go down into the basement of the home, where he unlocked a door leading into the garage, preparing for the events to come. When the two would re-enter hours later, they cut the lights using an electrical panel conveniently located in the basement. Draper broke 2 ashtrays on the stairway in an attempt to lure Cassie downstairs to identify the source of the noise. After failing, they decided to wait for Matt to leave with the intention of attacking Cassie once she was alone. It was not long before she was. Adamczyk called Matt and learned his mother would soon pick him up. Cassie, frightened following the several odd occurrences of the night, asked if Matt could stay with her. Matt's mother refused, offering for Cassie to spend the night with them instead. Cassie, ever so responsible, chose to stay to follow through on her commitment to watch the house and the family's dogs. Following Matt's departure, Draper and Adamczyk dressed in their long-sleeved black shirts and gloves and donning red and white horror movie masks, snuck upstairs, after which Draper closed the door, hoping again to prompt Cassie to check on the noise. Attempting to lure her to no avail, the two lost their patience and approached her in the living room. Whether Draper or Adamczyk struck Cassie first, they each plunged their knives repeatedly into her chest, neck, trunk, and limbs. In total, she suffered a reported 30 stab wounds. Cassie Jo Stoddard took her final breath that night, September 22, 2006. Later, Draper shared with investigators that her scream was unlike any he had heard in the horror movies he loved. He said it was real. Timestamps on the tapes run from March 2006 to September 22, 2006, the very night of the murder, revealing all of their planning leading up to that horrific night. Draper starts to narrate their immediate plan. The two are vlogging their trip to another friend's house so they can see if she's home alone, so they can kill her.
We're going for a high death count.
We're not going not to get caught, Ryan. If we're going for guns, we're just going to end it.
The first segment of the vlog clearly indicates that Draper and Adamczyk desire a high death count. This is consistent with public knowledge listing that fame motivated Stoddard's murder.
We're just going to grab the guns and get out of there, kill everybody and leave.
We're going to make history. We're going to make history.
Aside from ostensibly sadistic motives, fame as primary motive supports the idea that Draper and Adamczyk were highly narcissistic.
For all you FBI agents watching this, you weren't quick enough.
We were quick enough and you weren't smart enough. And we're going over to Nixon's house. We're going to go snoop around over there and try to see if she's home alone or not. And if she's home alone, splat! She did.
Don't put your humor into this, Brian.
I'm not putting humor into it.
Adamczyk's reprimand of Draper's humor injection during the filming, plus Draper's quick deference, might reflect that Brian was overly submissive to Adamczyk. A subtle power dynamic characterizes Draper and Adamczyk's relationship, but it's unclear who holds more influence over the other. As we watch their plan unfold, consider which party played the most significant role in determining Cassie's fate.
Yep. People will die. Memories will fade.
Memories will fade. I wonder what movie you got that from, Brian.
Myself. That was for myself.
No wonder it was so lame.
Okay, we're on our way, and I'll let you stay tuned. We're almost there. Dixon's house. It's clear out there in the pasture. We've already snooped around her house a couple times. She's not at home, so we're gonna go to the church over there, and we're gonna call a girl and a guy named Cassie and Matt. They're our friends, but we have to make sacrifices. So I feel tonight it is the night, and I feel really weird. It's happened stomach and stuff, and I feel like I want to kill somebody. I know that's not normal, but what the hell?
I feel we need to break away from normal life.
How bright is this light?
Because, let's say it this way. Parents, along with their parents, and so on, taught them God, Jesus, the whole bullshit line. I'm sure you guys believe in God as well. I realized when I was in 7th grade, you don't believe in Santa Claus or vampires or werewolves. They're used to metaphor not to let. They teach their kids back in the 1800s. I learned this in English class. About telling their kids that you can't go outside or a vampire will get you, just to make their kids stay and do what they want to do. God is basically the same way.
Yep.
Trying to get people to do good, or else, so-called, you go to hell.
And we're obviously going to hell if it's real, but you know what? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Adamchik's family members and teachers reported that he struggled with critical thinking, but here he demonstrates advanced comprehension and thought surrounding complex topics. The psychological insight gleaned from the message about how allegories and religious beliefs were invented by parents so that parents could control their kids suggests that control is a very salient concept for Adamchik, and given the boys' apparent antisocial tendencies, which includes being oppositional, they perhaps felt that they could rebel. The boys rebelled against their perceived external reality by doing exactly the opposite as they best knew how. Not only did they refuse to believe in God or any associated concepts, both having grown up in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but also they did just what they seemed to gain pleasure from: killing.
It's not real because it's so blatantly obvious it's not real, but
people believe it because their parents teach them, and so it's so hard for them to let go of it because they've been taught their whole life.
Yeah, I know.
But fucking what the point I'm making is,
what's that mean?
We are also taught that things like killing people and other thing is wrong. The only thing that it's wrong about is because it's breaking the law, and the law is only wrong. The law is
natural selection, dude.
Because
natural selection. That's all I gotta say.
There should be no law against killing people. I know it's a wrong thing, but hell, you restrict somebody from it, they're gonna want it more.
Exactly. Goodbye, camera.
When Draper says that it's blatantly obvious that it's not real, he laughs.
It's so blatantly obvious it's not real, but
given that the statement was not actually funny, he may giggle or laugh as a learned response to discomfort or cognitive dissonance. Laughter makes us comfortable when an individual detects inconsistencies in his internal world. For example, two logically incompatible thoughts like, "I'm doing the right thing," and "society or law says murder is wrong." One mechanism posited by some classical social psychologists is that dissonance reduction is motivational. According to Festinger's cognitive dissonance theory, cognitive dissonance is an unpleasant experience, and efforts to harmonize competing thoughts or thought behavior inconsistencies include conscious efforts to reconcile such dissonance.
My friend's too pussy to go investigate. Turn here.
Too smart.
Why are you turning there, dude?
It's fashionable.
Okay. Now we're gonna go over to Cassie and Matt's house. If they're home alone, we're gonna
see. Cassie's house, Matt is there.
Matt is there. Sorry. We're gonna knock on the door. We'll see who's there. We'll see if their parents are home or not. If they're home alone, we will leave our way, and then we will come back in about 10 minutes. We'll sneak in through the door because chances are they're probably in Cassie's room. So we'll sneak in the front door. We'll make a noise outside, and Matt will come out to investigate, kill him, and it will scare the shit out of Cassie. Okay? Well,
sounds like fun.
We'll stay tuned. We found our victim, and sad as it may be, she's our friend. But you know what? We all have to make sacrifices. Our first victim is going to be Cassie Stoddard and her friends.
God, turn your brights off, asshole.
Well, yeah, we'll find out if she has friends over. She's going to be alone in a big, dark house out in the middle of nowhere.
Their intention to terrify Cassie suggests this murder might have been more personal than their desire to become world-class killers. Draper seems to express particularly strong malice toward Cassie, who he later admitted to having an unrequited crush on.
How perfect can you get? I mean, like, holy shit, dude.
I'm horny just thinking about it.
Hell yeah. So we're gonna fucking kill her and her friends, and we're gonna keep moving on. I heard some news about Kirsten. she's gonna be home alone from 6 to 7. So we might kill her, then drive over to Cassie's thing and scare the shit out of them, then kill them one by fucking one. Hell yeah.
Why one by one? Why can't it be a
2 by 2
slaughterhouse?
and 3 by 3. Because we gotta keep it classy. So yeah,
Classy.
it's gonna be extra fun.
You're evil.
Yes, I am. So are you.
No,
We're
evil
both
is
evil.
an expression of God. That was another test you failed.
Another display of Tori's apparent dominance over Brian. Tori tests Brian. Apparently, Tori wanted the boys to steer clear of any spiritual concept, even ones that connote evil, such as hell or Satan.
Evil is not an expression of God.
Yes, it is.
It's bullshit, you know it.
Evil of origin is a follower of fucking Satan.
There is no Satan.
Real? Then shut up.
Then how are we supposed to express ourselves?
Good and bad.
We're bad.
We're bad.
That sounds so shitty.
We're evil. That sounds even shittier.
We're not, okay? They were sick psychopaths that get pleasure of killing other people.
That sounds good, baby.
We're gonna go down in
Good.
history. We're gonna be just like Scream, except real life terms.
That
We're gonna be
sounds
murderers.
good, baby.
Like, let's see, Ted Bundy, like the Hillside Strangler,
No.
the Zodiac Killer.
Those people are more amateurs compared to what we're gonna be.
The fact that the boys mocked heinous killers like Ted Bundy, the Hillside Strangler, and the Zodiac Killer, yet viewed themselves as superior, speaks to the boys' extremely pronounced exhibitions of narcissistic features.
We're gonna be more of higher sources of
Gene.
Gene.
Well, except we're with that sick and that twisted.
Oh, do you know what Gene's words were?
What?
Saw a girl walking down the street, right?
Yeah.
2 questions came to his head. I could take her out, have a nice time with her,
The killer.
and show her a
Get
good
her
time,
alive?
charm the pants off her, or I wonder what her head would look like on a stick.
Holy shit.
That's creepy,
Yes.
huh?
Holy shit.
Among the 4 styles of humor, affiliative, self-defeating, self-enhancing, and aggressive, aggressive humor is most common in dark personalities. Draper and Adamczyk display aggressive humor here. Adamczyk references a quote spoken by Edmund Kemper. "When I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think 2 things. One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice and sweet and treat her right. The other part wonders what her head would look like on a stick." As a quote spoken by Ed Gein. Adamczyk misattributes this quote just as the main character in the film American Psycho does.
Murder is power, murder is freedom. Goodbye.
I don't know.
The tapes then start off the next day, the day of Cassie's murder.
Man. No way, man. That would, but I...
Perhaps Brian wanted to show one more snapshot of his normal life when he made these series of recordings on the same tape. Draper's steps are intentional as he turns each corner into the echoing hallways with a singular mindset. He holds the camera low as he approaches Cassie, a predator stalking its prey. She stands alone by her locker.
Hey, look, it's Cassie.
Hey, look, I don't know.
Hello, Cassie. I'm getting you on tape, okay? Say hi, please. Hi. Okay, see ya. Wait, have you seen Tori? He's supposed to meet me here at 7:30, and it's 8:19. He's an hour late. You don't even care, do you? Okay. See ya.
Draper immediately retreats to a bathroom and films his reflection, potentially self-conscious after his interaction with his future victim.
Wait, there are guys in here.
He seems lost in the ebb and flow of overlapping conversation that surrounds him, walking alone, unseen and unheard. The next clips again take place in Draper and Adamczyk's school. It appears that both are cutting class and using the library or study hall to finalize a written plan for the killing of Cassie, to take place later that very same day. Draper does most of the narration with Adamczyk interjecting. Adamczyk is writing in a notebook, apparently making out written scenarios of how they will commit the murder later that night.
Sure. We're September 22nd, 2006. We're skipping our 4th hour. We're writing our plan right now for tonight. It's gonna be cool.
Actually, tonight.
She's watching us. He's still watching us. Number 2 is what?
A genuine smile reaches the eyes, and as Draper beams at the camera, we can see his smile is real. Adamczyk follows suit. This is insidious insight into the minds of 2 teenage killers with intentions similar to Draper's idols, the Columbine perpetrators. We see behavior mirrored between the 2 pairs. In one picture, Harris and Klebold stand side by side, donning long trench coats, grinning from ear to ear as they load their guns. The FBI believed Harris was a boundlessly aggressive sociopath, and Klebold a vengeful depressive. Draper often glances at the recording of himself. When Adamczyk glances at the recording of himself, it is often just after Draper did so. Given that the tale of Narcissus includes the idea that the hero in the tale is obsessed with his own reflection due to competing folklore accounts, it's fitting to point out that this behavior is also consistent with narcissistic personality features. Without context, Draper and Adamczyk seem like normal 16-year-old students. They skip class and pretend to do homework.
I don't know where they are.
Get back. These are
Teacher was right. None of us. Let's go. There's not much going on, I know. I'm sorry.
Their noticeably inconspicuous behavior seems like that pulled directly from the characters of a sitcom.
Yeah, if you're watching this, we're probably deceased. So it's pretty creepy. I just thought of that. Whatever. Well, actually, that's what happens. You die.
this documentary about
roughly that time. I don't know. This tape has already been used about halfway through.
No shit.
Yeah. Where is supposed to happen tonight. So hopefully everything will go wrong. Everything will go smoothly and we can get our first kill done, started, and we can keep going.
For you, if you
It's
Good
really
luck
fun.
with that.
Yeah. Good luck.
Tori and Brian clearly wanted to send this video segment as a message. They seem to frame it as an interview with them, where they talk about their specific serial killer goals. Their nonverbal gestures frequently indicate what seems to be nervous fidgeting and/or excitement. We see the complex dynamic of their relationship. They play off and bolster one another, gaining momentum as they go. Humans thrive and adapt more efficiently with social support. Encouragement from friends and family often increases goal attainment, which contributes to overall improved quality of life. Individuals affected by severe mental illness are often socially isolated and frequently display avoidant tendencies that prevent them from forming healthy social bonds. However, Draper and Adamczyk share similar dark and terrifying tendencies, desires, and goals, a toxic and lethal combination primed for action.
Hopefully you don't have to go through 8 or 9 failures like we have.
Yeah. We probably tried maybe 10 times, but they've never been on the loan, so.
Or when they have, their parents show up.
As long as we're patient, you know, and we were patient, never getting paid off, because I missed his home loan. So we got our plan all worked out now, so. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cassie's family, but she had to be number one.
Serial murderers often identify a special first target. First targets may form the basis for desired characteristics in future murder victims, i.e. blonde hair, short, quiet.
We have to stick with the plan. And she's perfect, so she's gonna die. Everyone saw me Kirsten Barnes' house, probably. And then we have a new victim now. Her name is Miranda Chacon. She started
just a big showy.
She told me to be quiet and to shut up, so now she's dead. I've always wanted to make a mark on the world and stuff. And this is a good way to do it.
We gotta kill all those points. There's some Mormons out there.
I know. Combine my love with horror movies with my love of wanting to, you know, be popular. Famous.
This goal may be driven by a subconscious yearning for general acceptance and feelings of belongingness.
You want to be popular?
No, you know, like, everybody knows my name. Like Eric Harrison, Dylan Cleveland. They're really famous now. And their massacre lasted 45 minutes. And ours is probably gonna last like 2 weeks.
What happened? Really? Only 2 weeks?
Well, it just depends if we're smart or not, dude. If we're not,
You think we could get fun of it?
I think we'll get it up. Maybe 8 kills. What the hell are you doing?
I'm thinking, like, always 20.
20 kills.
That's a lot of kills.
That's a lot of people to kill.
But there's a lot of people on this planet.
I agree.
When they die, I don't get stabbed. It's just no one kills that.
It seems that although Draper and Adamczyk conspired toward the same goal, one primary motivation behind their intent differs. They both seek fame and thrill, but Draper might be further involved by an obsessive fixation on Cassie, whereas Adamczyk fantasizes about killing multiple people, often. Adamczyk never mentions Cassie by name, and goes so far as to set a lofty goal of killing 20 people.
It shall be done. We'll see.
My abs are still sore.
Well, I'm there, you know, breaking the houses in you, so.
I know.
3-piece. Shouldn't you be in class? Sir? Well, we're taking her documentary right now.
Oh, sorry. I just don't know.
No, it's cool, it's cool. We're just documentary, you know, just for school. For school projects. I guess, well, yeah, I guess you call it project, right?
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys doing?
It's quite nice.
Yeah, I suppose.
So
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How percent? Are you playing soccer?
Not this year. I decided to not play soccer this year. I have more important things to do.
Much more.
lot more important. So, I'm not playing soccer.
This implies that Draper and Adamczyk had been planning Cassie's murder before the beginning of the school year. Adamczyk had called a friend on August 31st, 2006, to ask for help purchasing knives under the guise of wanting to start a collection. They would use them to kill Cassie less than a month later.
And you're on JV, I think it. Really? You're on varsity?
Importantly, as Draper fearlessly navigates the conversation, he displays little to no signs of anxiety or fear, calling into question his anxiety diagnosis. Remember this as we progress. Does Draper exhibit signs of anxiety, aggression, anger, or sadness? From the take-control behavior he displays here, we could infer that Draper is the primary instigator or the ringleader, but the evidence is conflicting.
I'm supposed to go to the game tomorrow. I might not go.
What game?
Foosball.
You want to go?
I'm going with my grandpa. That's right after we eat. So.
Is this
So you taking some more classes?
No. Just not playing soccer. I know. It's terrible. What the hell are you doing? Pull behind our camera now. For all you viewers, this is the three-piece and biscuit. Three-piece and biscuit.
inside joke?
That's his name, man. And he plays foosball. And he stopped to say hi. What the fuck? Okay. Yep. Stay tuned. Hold on.
Their well-meaning classmate feigns choking, a perverse and ironic foreshadowing of the death that would occur later that night. This classmate later testified as a civilian witness in Adamczyk's trial, State versus Adamczyk. Their lighthearted interaction suggests that Draper and possibly Adamczyk may have been more involved and accepted in their high school community than is typical of youth with violent and antisocial proclivities, as it seems Draper and Adamczyk display. Draper specifically seems to have been well ingrained. During his trial, character witnesses explained that he appeared to be a healthy, happy teenage boy, which suggests he has a keen ability to blend into normalcy.
Okay. So we're sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, we're back. Sorry for that little thing, but that's kind of not planned, but, you know, shit happens.
You sound pretty gay. Sorry for that little thing.
Okay.
I'm surprised, Candy.
That's my food, dude.
Now you know what kind of person Brian is.
Hey, come on.
I like the way this scenario begins. And we kill her.
Just go ahead. End it. Okay. Scenario C.
For those of you planning to make a movie about this, because this is me personally giving you my
obituary.
No.
Your information.
My
What?
giving you the right to copy me with a character that looks like me. Because I know in Hollywood they usually have people complain they can't have people looking like the real thing.
His creeping drawl as he speaks of his future fame is chilling. He displays pronounced narcissistic behavior.
I don't care. It's my body, and I get to choose how I look in the movie, and I want you to look just like the character to look like me.
Well said, well said.
So if my parents are like, no, you can't do that, it's not my parents' choice, it's mine.
Say fuck him, and then just do it.
Yeah. And if they try and sue you, use the staple to back up.
Yeah.
They can't do it.
Yep. I hear you. I'm the same way. Okay.
Scenario C.
How about Matt arrives at the same time as Cass? How about we hide inside the house? Me, sorry, our locker. Got my Halloween
Pretty
style.
fucking sweet, isn't it?
My trench coat.
Isn't it?
Adam Chick's locker is evidence of his obsession with horror. Posters plaster the inside. Unsurprisingly, we see the movie Scream.
Decently sweet. Smokes you.
Well, I'm gonna like...
Look at those little legs.
What a fag.
Let's go.
We see that his television is on, and a closer examination reveals that the movie that inspired Cassie's murder, Scream, is playing. Just hours prior to the murder at approximately 5:28 p.m., Draper seems to be practicing and gathering momentum, hyping himself up for what will follow. We hear a brief, chilling, and discordant musical hum before we find ourselves back with the pair in Adam Chick's car.
We're here in his car. The time is 9:50, September 22nd, 2006. Unfortunately, we have the grueling task of killing our two friends. And they are right in that house just down the street.
We just talked to them. We were there for an hour. But
We checked out the whole house. We know there's lots of doors. There's lots of places to hide. I locked the back doors, so it's all locked. Now we just gotta wait. And we're really nervous right now, but you know, we're ready.
we're listening to the greatest rock band
We've
ever,
waited for this for a long time.
Pink Floyd, before we commit the ultimate crime of murder.
We waited for this for a long time.
A long time.
We'll stay tuned. Just killed Cassie. We just left her house. This is not a fucking joke.
I'm shaking.
I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body just disappear. Dude, I just killed Cassie.
Draper divulges that he stabbed Cassie in the throat, and shortly following, we hear a full variant of the phrase, "just killed Cassie," as "I just killed Cassie." In the interviews that followed, the two attempted to downplay their roles in the crime. Moreover, Draper claimed he only stabbed Cassie because Adam Chick told him he had to. In stark contrast to his claim, Draper singularly stakes claim to Cassie's murder here, stating "I" instead of "we."
Oh, fuck. That felt like it wasn't even real. I mean, it went by so fast.
Shut the fuck up. We gotta get our act straight.
It's okay. Okay, let's buy movie tickets now.
Okay.
Come on, goodbye.
No.
Goodbye.
As he straddles the line between shock and euphoria, consider one key observation. Draper's voice is crystal clear. Draper transitions through periods of low, moderate, and severe slurring and stuttering throughout these videos. Accounts of friends and family indicate that Draper had a noticeable stutter throughout childhood. He was targeted by his peers, a victim of bullying. The forensic psychologist responsible for his evaluation believed this contributed to the development of his violent tendencies. Medical research has yet to explain how stutters develop. Generally, their cause is believed to be a complex mix of biological, psychological, and environmental factors. Childhood trauma is often associated with stuttering and may lead to long-term deficits in speech. Brain structure and genetics, often determinants of mental illness, may also play a role. Individuals who suffer from serious mental illness are more likely to experience problems with cognitive processing that lead to speech impairment. Draper stuttering is a distinct, mysterious characteristic. In this intense moment of heightened arousal, he does not stutter once.
I guess your eyes were up, chest moving. I thought it was going like this. I thought it was joking, you know, like, yeah, it's a joke. They're trying to, you know, he's trying to splash it or it look fake at all. And he said, we have to kill her. I can't believe I did this. And he said, we have to kill her. And so he stabbed me out of the way, and then he just kept. I heard it go in. I heard the chest, like, pound on the chest. It was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a joke. So sorry.
We just killed Cassie. We just left her house. This is not a fucking joke.
I'm shaking.
I stabbed her in the throat, and I saw her lifeless body just disappear.
The two were sent to Idaho State Correctional Institution following their initial convictions and remained set to live the rest of their lives in prison.